Good morning, everybody. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcoming you to the re-recording of this week's AEW Dynamite recap show. I do apologize if there's some kind of snafu going on and couldn't hear it, so hopefully this will work better. Um, anyway, the fans at the Heritage Bank Arena or Heritage Bank Center in Cincinnati, Ohio, got to see Adam Page go against Brian Cage. John Moxley versus Big Bill, a ladies four-way eliminator match for a chance to face Rhea at Grand Slam. Without no further ado, oh yeah, by the way, sorry, it's early in the morning, so I'm gonna be really off more than usual. Uh, anyway, if you're not a subscriber yet, please be a champ. Hit that subscribe button. Also, leave a comment. Let me know how you felt about this week's Dynamite. Without no further ado, let's fight through this. And of course, it being Dynamite, why not? No matter who the champion is, we're going to start off with the International Championship match. The champion, John Moxley, versus Big Old Bill. And Big Old Bill gets a big old uppercut to get the advantage. John Moxley would come back. Especially after commercial, we see a bleeding John Moxley hit a superplex. Ricky Starks got involved, shoved Moxley off the top rope. Then Brian Danson ran down and even things out a little bit. Big Bill countered a axe handle, hit a choke slam, but only got 2 count. Big Old Bill tried another choke slam, but John Moxley counters with a triangle hold, gets the tap out victory. Then Big Old Bill and Absolute Ricky Starks decided to keep attacking Brian Danielson and John Moxley until Claudio Castagnoli came down and made the save. A decent match here, I thought it was. Big Old Bill playing a big old heel and John Moxley playing a slightly smaller guy, babyface, since he is in his hometown. So it worked out pretty good. People claim about John Moxley bleeding. Hey, every indie show needs a bleeder, and John Moxley is their bleeder. Next. All right, Don Callis comes out. He informs everybody that Konosuke Takeshita will be now known as the Alpha Konosuke Takeshita. And their next victim will be Ibushi, or Takada Ibushi. Revealed the painting, seeing that Takeshita was standing over him. And of course, for extra drama there, Don Callis took the infamous screwdriver and stabbed it right through the little painting, right on the head of the Ibushi. I just don't care for Don Callis, to tell you the truth. Didn't care for him when he was a Jackal. Didn't care for him when he was head of the network in ECW. Just don't care for the guy. So, heel, babyface, wherever he is, just don't care. Had to be brutally honest about that, but that's just the truth. As a fan, just don't care for him. Next. All right. Next match here is the 4-way ladies match to determine who will face Sahara at Grand Slam for the AEW Women's Championship. It is Toni Storm versus Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose versus Britt Baker. Toni Storm becoming basically a babyface that, playing the Marilyn Monroe type, losing her mind kind of gimmick. She would take center stage after Rose hit a double clothesline to Shida and Baker. Nyla didn't like it and showed it to Toni Storm. Shida did dive. Don't know what they was trying to say here. Was Hikaru Shida and Britt Baker a tag team? I don't know. I guess a broken alliance that wasn't an alliance. Who knows? Anyway, in the end, Shida would take out Rose. Baker would take out Shida with a super kick. Toni Storm would sneak behind Britt Baker, hit the schoolgirl roll. 1, 2, 3, and Toni Storm is your new #1 contender. And speaking of things that don't make sense, Saraya had a promo talking about how Storm lost her title, lost her friends, now losing her mind. She will not win the AEW title from Saraya. However, it seems like I guess they're broken up, or Ruby Soho and Saraya is broken away from Tony Storm, but Tony Storm came out to the Outcast music. Who knows what's going on there? Maybe some production oversight, I guess. Anyway, next. Okay, in the next chapter of things not making sense, last week they had a shoving match that got pulled apart. It's already been announced that they will be facing each other at Grand Slam next week on Dynamite. But they come out to, Fozzy's Judas music. They did a video package together. Basically, then they cut the promo. Hey, we're friends. We respect each other. This is the biggest match of our lives. And Sammy's like, I gotta beat you, man. Chris Jericho, kind of the same Will Ospreay promo. Blah blah. Anyway, they're gonna have a match next week. I guess they're gonna have to put Sammy over if he's gonna be one of their pillars. They're going to go with a kid as a main event player. He's got to go over. Next. So last week there's a pre-recorded promo that we got to see this week. MJF pretty much calling Roderick Strong simp and stuff like that. He hopes it gets to face him. But the interesting thing here is apparently Scott Steiner and MJF had the same math professor. So he cut the Scott Steiner math promo on Samoa Joe that Scott Steiner did on Samoa Joe years ago. I guess it's funny, but come on. Can't keep cutting other people's promos, kid. But if it's funny, if it's getting watches and views and stuff like that, if it's going viral, that's what matters. And who am I to say don't do it? Next. Alright, next match is The Machine, Brian Cage, who I guess is going to be doing the face paint gimmick full time now. Whatever works for him. Going against Hangman Adam Page. Cage did the overpowering of Page. Or Cage did the overpowering of Page. But I gotta give the Rhinestone Cowboy credit. He did a good job of selling, not okay job of selling, not dying. Page hit a 619, which he bolstered. That was the first time he's ever done it. Was looking for the buckshot, but Swerve came out, and this distracts Page. Cage winds up hitting a German suplex from the middle rope as Adam Page was on the apron, pulling it back. Hit like I said, German suplex. Pretty strong guy to be able to do that. I ain't saying Cage is a huge guy, but he's not exactly a small guy. In the end, though, Page would hit Cage with the Deadeye, which I've always said that should be his finishing maneuver, but maybe the buckshot setup, then Deadeye, whatever. Anyway, Page and Strickland had exchange of words. Basically, going to set up a match for the October pay-per-view. Then Cage attacked Adam Page. But Brian Cage and Prince Nana was putting the boots on for Adam Page until the Young Buckaroos came out and double super kicked Brian Cage. And, one was kind of mocking Prince Nana's little dance, but as soon as Prince Nana turned around, he ate a double super kick. Right after this match, there was a promo with Daniel Garcia. Don Callis came out and said, hey, dude, you want to join the family? And instead of saying yes or no, he did the humping dance. So I don't know, looked kind of dumb to me, but oh well. Alright, next matchup is the Rookie Phenom. Nick Wayne and Darby Allin versus Daddy Magic and Cool Hand Aang. Anyway, Christian Cage came out with Luchasaurus, distracted Nick Wayne, who he's trying to recruit. Magic and Aang get the advantage. Heat on Nick Wayne, hot tag Allen, he cleans house, pass back into Wayne. Nick Wayne hits Wayne's World, which is basically a Cody cutter, a 1-2 count, but Wayne gets pulled out of the ring, tag back in Allen, and in stereo, Nick Wayne hit the Asai moonsault from the top rope to the floor as Darby Allin hit the coffin drop, 1, 2, 3. Nick Wayne and Darby Allin get the win. Christian Cage gets on the mic, challenges Darby Allin and Sting for a rematch, but this time instead of Christian Cage and Swerve Strickland, who isn't his regular tag team partner, it's going to be Christian Cage and Luchasaurus versus Sting and Darby Allin. Next. Alright, now it's time for your main event, and this is the finals of the AEW World Title Eliminator Tournament. Roger Strong versus Samoa Joe, which is not that much of a surprise. Like I said, this Roger Strong gimmick he's doing right now is, to me, in my opinion, super cringe, not entertaining at all. I don't even think WWE would have pulled that with Roger Strong. Maybe they would have, but they would have found a way to make it work. Not just somebody sitting there with a pad and pencil and going, "Oh, we'll do this with Roger Strong." Anyway, excuse me. But this match was really good though. Guys who's two guys, old pros, not really that old, but wrestled each other plenty of times. They knew what to do in this match. Roger Strong with the stick and move offense, as Joe did the stick and run your ass over offense. Towards the end, Joe was looking for the muscle buster, but got distracted by one of the Kingdom members. Strong would hit a second rope drop kick, angle slam for 2, but Joe would counter a knee strike with a rear naked choke, gets a tap out win. Joe got on the mic, said he's going to take everything away from MJF. Roger Strong needed medical attention, so they stretched him out. Adam Cole came out, trying to look after his friend, but the Kingdom kept telling him to go away. Samoa Joe then snuck up on Adam Cole, hit the rear naked choke, choked him out. But as soon as Joe got through posing and told MJF again, "I told you, I'm gonna take everything away from you." Adam Cole, with a little bit of assistance, was able to get up, and that's how they ended the show. So it'll be Samoa Joe against MJF next week for the Grand Slam. This show is okay. I mean, I think it's probably this show was probably a better go home show for next week's Dynamite, which they titled Grand Slam. I guess they're gonna treat it like a Clash of the Champions, but this was a better go home show than their last pay-per-view, or last 2 pay-per-views really. Which of course, I've seen the All That pay-per-view live. But anyway, yeah, this was it was what it was. Definitely a better, go home show than All Out. But Grand Slam's not a pay-per-view. It's just a regular show. Gonna be on TBS next week on Dynamite. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, like I said, apologize for no sound on the last one. Hopefully this one will work out better. So far it is. I've been testing just about every other clip here. Make sure the sound went through. There's my little microphone right there. Yeah, try my little mini mic again. Other than that, you folks have a good one. I'm gonna go take a nap now. I got probably another hour before I have to actually get up. So probably by the time I finish, editing this, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna quit babbling. You folks have a good one, and I'll catch you next time.
We here at RP Tube Vision would like to thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also check out friends of the show Ecolife and Natural for home-crafted candles, hand cloth, and other home and personal goods. Look them up on Facebook. Link will be available below the video. That is Ecolife and Natural.